Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the ZenJoltis Mega Quad Oval Super Speedway, a track nearly 5 miles in length, and at that, the longest track on the schedule. Second is just Road America at 4 miles long, and a different track animal Road America is. Well, we've made it 2 races to go. Our salutes race is here. Next race will be Kansas. And then we'll get ready for the playoffs. Playoffs really quickly consist round 1, Iowa, Road America, Chicagoland, Gateway. 5 cars eliminated. Round 2, Springfield, the only dirt track in the playoffs. Michigan, Indianapolis, and Charlotte. 5 more eliminated. Round 3 is pretty crazy. Darlington, Daytona, Homestead, Pensacola. So 2 super speedway races will really shake things up as the final 5 drivers are eliminated. And our final 5 will go head to head to head to head to head at Texas for the finale. Coming in, looking at our playoff bubble scenarios, Jonny Gardner misses the race. So does Jesse Turner, Colt Hudson, and Frodemar Otts. Frodemar is now completely eliminated from having a chance to make the playoffs. Jesse Turner will fall to a must-win scenario for Kansas, as Colt Hudson will likely have to win and dig out of the bottom 18 drivers. He'll likely fall outside the top 30 after tonight. Let's go through it. Jonny Gardner's got 8 points over Skye Commons coming in, 37 over Enzo Nerezza, 107 over Ciculli, and 149 over 20th on the grid Samet Ozkan. Because Gardner has 107 over Ciculli, he is confirmed to make the playoffs. We'll get to the rest of the scenarios in a minute. Let's go through your top 10 starting lineup. Andrew Rich, Enzo Nerezza, row 1. Ryan Brommer and RJ Bishop, row 2. Matthew Logan and Casey Nanako in row 3. Alan Cavanero, Dale Lightning in row 4 with Cole Deaver and Hunter Braxton in row 5. Let's go trackside for the command to fire engines. As the command to fire has been given, does anyone have an issue rolling off the grid? Not this time. Before we get to the rest of the scenarios, let's talk about the regular season points battle. Missing the race tonight was Dylan Young, 6th in points. That officially takes him out of the regular season title conversation. Coming in, Matthew Logan retakes the points lead over teammate Andrew Rich. He's got 14 points over his teammate there in the 1 car. In the 1 car is Andrew, and the 9 car is Matthew. 3rd and 4th in points, both 27 back of Logan, is Baran-Oscas and Lightning. So those 4 drivers are currently within 1 race range, or well, Rich, Baran-Oscas, and Lightning, the 3 behind Logan, are within the 1 race range. Eli Bright enters 72 points back, and Hunter Braxton 77 points back. Everyone else is 120 or more behind. Brommer 8th in points, Seth Cole 9th, Jonathan Zorlin 10th. So Bright and Braxton, if they want a chance at the regular season title, are going to need to finish very well and hope the top 4 above them get in the big one. Most you can gain in a race is 57 if someone doesn't make it. In this case, the most you can gain is 54, I believe. Now let's get to your scenarios, because we're already going through turn 3 here. So coming in, this is the buffer for Ciculli and Ozkan because they're the only drivers in danger of falling out of the 20-car grid. Nerezza, Commons, and Gardner, there's no way they'll fall down below Nanako. So with that, let's dive into it. Ciculli, 69 points ahead of Nanako. Teammate Samet Ozkan only has 27 points. Fitzwater is 31 behind. Ozkan, Cavanero 62 behind. Turner came in 94 back. Now Turner, missing this race, will have to win next week at Kansas. Adam Flickinger comes in 95 out. He needs to gain a lot tonight and at Kansas next race if he's going to make it on points by some miracle. In the must-win scenario coming in tonight is Quinton Moore, Corey Riggs, Cole Deaver, and Marty Johnson all inside the top 30. Just outside the top 30 by 5 points below Johnson is Benny Watson. Martin Wild is 92 out with Fernandez 93 out of the top 30. If either of those drivers win tonight, they will need a ton of help if they make the field at Kansas. Pace car's going to dive it down to pit road, and the green flag will wave here at ZenJoltis, penultimate regular season event. And you gotta wonder, does someone like Nerezza just want to get it over with and get a W? How about Cole Deaver? Talked about it. He's in a must-win situation. His teammate James Ellison has won twice this season. By the way, other big names missing the race. We mentioned Dylan Young and Jonny Gardner. Edwin Mendez also missed out, as did Colt Hudson. And of course, Jesse Turner from Heat 1. So Heat 2, big names all around. Really increases the chances for those from Heat 2 of winning this race. And we're already 6 wide. I think we might be 7 wide. And there's the wreck already. We've already got a wreck, and there's still 6 wide up here. This is just as dangerous. Bobo Jones has got into the lead, but it's not over yet. Big wreck through turn 3. And they could wreck under pacing as well. Still no signs of safety as Seth Cole gets turned. Up in the rich, Brahmer, Nerezza's involved. This could get ugly. Oh, Martin Wild is in it. It's Benny Watson, Alexander Rowe with heavy contact. And a lot of drivers are watching their hopes go away. And Bobo Jones leads the field. Look at this running order. Jones, Commons, Deaver, Johnson, Ciculli, Flickinger, Ellison, Samet, Ozkan, Eli, Bright, Jonathan Zorlin. Man, oh man, the people that got knocked out here. Andrew Rich, Ryan Brahmer, Seth Cole, Onjack, Wild, Rowe, all done. There's Watson, Nerezza with heavy damage. Voiles is coming down. Cage is coming down. That's Corey Riggs smoking. Chris Wheeler smoking. 2 wrecks on 1 lap here at ZenJoltis. And we're going to go back and take a look at everything that transpired. And we'll be back for the first race restart of the night. Alright, so here's the first part of this yellow flag here on lap 1. Man, they are like 7 wide up there. I'm surprised they didn't wreck. Man, people getting runs right here. Riggs just comes down, cuts off Martin Wild. And they're going to come back up the track. Peter Onjack has nowhere to go. Quinton Moore, nowhere to go. Onjack's going to slide up in front of Cole Baker. Oh, right there, Moore had it saved. 90 gets him back around. King goes up into the wall. And then Ice is trying to get through here. Baker comes down. This is going to get Baker into it after he slams the brakes for Onjack. Donovan Cage is around spinning. This was a decent sized wreck. All up at the back of the field right here. Chris Wheeler gets into the 93. Up ahead, Donovan Cage is still spinning, and right there, Voiles has nowhere to go. Man, Voiles' car pops the rears off the ground. And then back up here, we have another wreck that's going to occur somewhere here. And man, top 2 have just pulled away at this point. Let's see, where are you going to begin? I think it's right here with Seth Cole. And let's wait and see here. So bad enough, these guys were lucky they were in front of the wreck happening. But they get too crazy, and yeah, right here, Seth Cole's going to get hooked by Dale Lightning. And some drivers trying to get in on points, trying to get a win. This is not what they need. Right there, it's either going to be Zorlin or Lightning. In this case, it was Lightning. And that turns the 15 up into Brahmer, Nerezza, Rich, Logan, and Cavanero. They'll all get significant damage. Fitzwater has nowhere to go. He gets into the back of the 1. That sends him down the track, and then you're going to see these guys start coming down. What goes up must come down because the bankment. Fernandez barely gets through there, but Martin Wild's not so lucky. Benny Watson gets a piece of it. Watson actually, I think, up here. Yeah, Watson goes up and he slams the outside wall. Alexander Rowe ends up coming into this thing, plowing in. His car skids all the way to the inside wall. Yeah, man, that's the extent of this lap 1 yellow flag. Taking out some pretty big names here early on. Oh, and someone else. Yep, there's Martin Wild. And with that, we'll take you to the race restart. Well, guys, one of the great things about ZenJoltis is you only pace one actual lap on their caution. You get your one chance to pit, and that's it. We're seeing our retirees as they come. Daniel Voiles, Corey Riggs, Chris Wheeler, Martin Wild, and Alexander Rowe. They're all done. No signs of anyone else just yet. Some drivers pit, some stayed out. Bobo Jones leads, Johnson second, Flickinger third, Ellison fourth, Ozkan fifth, Sorlin, Tremblay, Fernandez, Catano, and Baker. Commons on back, elected to come to pit road. Now you can make it about 10 laps on fuel. So this could be a strategy to where they wanted to pit now on lap 2, come into lap 3, so that they can make it to lap 13 and take less fuel at the end of the race. Of course, they need a decent amount of help, which as long as you have 5 cars, 10 cars, you should be good. Bobo Jones is looking for what would be his second win of the season here tonight, as it looks like we're going to have 31 cars left on track. So Voiles is done, Riggs is done, Seth Cole, Brahmer, Rich, Onjack. So out of those drivers is Corey Riggs, who was in a must-win situation. He'll end up 33rd. And Andrew Rich, who came in looking at a chance for the regular season championship, is going to finish 39th. And Martin Wild came in needing to win and a lot of help. So this is going to knock out Martin Wild for certain. 35th place tonight. There's no chance of gaining points. He's out going into Kansas. That shrinks the list of drivers coming into tonight on the must-win list, but those that are on the points list coming in will possibly they will possibly be on the must-win list for Kansas next week. So Bobo Jones leads. Once again, your top 10 running order. Bobo Jones, Marty Johnson, Flickinger, Ellison, Nanako, not Nanako, Ozkan, Sorlin, Tremblay, Fernandez, Catano, and Baker, your top 10. It looks like Nerezza could be coming back down the pit road. Green flag is out once more. And what an opportunity for someone like Marty Johnson to get a W and spoil everything. So you see draft everywhere. So down to only 31, shockingly. So there's definitely still enough cars on the track for another big wreck if they get to 6 wide again. And Zorlin's already making his way towards the top 5. He restarted in 6th. Never mind, I thought he restarted outside the top 10 for some reason. But it's Marty Johnson and Bobo Jones side by side at the front of the field. And there you see those with damage just gliding at the back. And we're already 5 wide at the front of the field once again. We'll go to our trusty helicopter camera. Ooh, Fernandez. And there they go! Bright's in it! Commons! Another wreck here at ZenJoltis. Pinching gone wrong. Looks like Bobo Jones will retain the lead. They couldn't even make it a lap. Eli Bright involved. Fernandez involved. Ciculli. Skye Commons gets heavy damage. That was just pinching gone wrong right there. Lucas Catano. So caution's out for the second time tonight. Bobo Jones continues to lead. Man, oh man, this race. These drivers know things are getting crazy, but you can't just pinch people on the first lap of a restart and cause a wreck like that. That's just ridiculous. Oh man, these guys, they have to be smarter than this. They're waiting for the pace car. Who's now here comes the pace car driver. So we're going to take another look at that accident and we'll get you to the next race restart. Here we are taking another look at the second caution of the night. Fernandez is trying to go into the corner here, and Bright kind of gets blocked, but then Fernandez moves up, and that might have been a bad move by Fernandez that gets this thing started, because now Bright's going to try and squeeze his way in, and that puts these guys 6 wide with Baran-Oscars, Flickinger, and Catano to the outside. Ciculli's trying to get by. Fernandez has no help at this point. She's at that point of draft where she's just getting nothing. And right here, Fernandez just doesn't give Bright enough room. There's the contact, and then there's contact with Ciculli. Up the track they go, not what Ciculli needed. Right in front of Samet Ozkan. Commons gets clipped. Catano has nowhere to go. Ozkan somehow gets away from this with no damage. And that's not what Ciculli wanted at all. He's trying to make the playoffs. He's actually riding the front end of the 88. Yeah, look at that, man. Look at that. He's riding the front of the 88. When Fernandez... Somehow Fernandez doesn't get hit by any of those cars. And I think everyone's going to be able to get going out of this just fine. But yeah, that's just a tough break for all 4 of them. Let's take an onboard with Joshua Ciculli. On board with the Sierra 1 of Joshua Ciculli. Let's see what he sees. Oh, it just happened so fast. We'll have to wait and see if Ciculli stays in the race. We're back here at ZenJoltis. Everyone comes down pit road here. I will take everybody to about lap 16. New race leader out of the pits. It's Audra Baran-Oscars. Casey Nanako in second. Nico Tringali third. James Ellison is fourth. Fitzwater in fifth. Bishop 6th, Sorlin 7th, Braxton 8th, Jones down to 9th, and Marty Johnson rounds out the top 10. See Fernandez, Commons, Bright, all coming out of pit road, even Ciculli. So I don't, yeah, no one retires from that wreck. They weren't up to speed just yet. If they were up to speed, it could have been pretty ugly. So Baran-Oscars looking for her third win of the season, I believe. Yes, indeed. Now, Baran-Oscus is the only driver in the top 4 in points that doesn't have 4 wins. And she's made just as many points as they have. In fact, Logan's got 1 less start than she does. But Baran-Oscus looking for what would be her 3rd win of the season. If she can pull it off tonight, sorry for the mumble there. The Naka would love to get a win. It would remove all the burden of making it in on points. But at the same time, it would knock his teammate completely out of it. And Ozkan comes in 42 points behind Ciculli. Now, luckily for both of these drivers, Ciculli has been in an accident, so he will not finish well. So now what they need to do is they need to keep their cars clean. 31 cars are left on the track, still a chance of another incident. As we have 15 laps to go in this race. And you gotta wonder, can they keep it clean? Can we make it a lap? We have yet to make it a lap here at ZenJoltis. They did it just fine in the heat races. I guess you add 16 cars. Yeah, things get a little crazier, but you've got to manage it. Ellison moves up to 3rd right away on the restart. As Sorlin, I don't know if Sorlin has damage or not. He falls straight back to 10th. There's Ozkan. So we're still waiting to find out who has damage and who doesn't. It looks like it's going to be pretty apparent now. Cage and Benny Watson are definitely going to be roadblocks tonight. They have no horsepower left. Watson comes into this race 5 points outside the top 30. If by some miracle they were to win at Kansas, he needs to keep running and get the most points. Jackson King at the back, as is Enzo Nerezza, Eli Bright, Fernandez. Ciculli's running back here. Now, top speed in the heat races was about 2:14 in draft, so Ciculli's likely stuck back here, as is Commons. But they've gained a good amount of spots from where they restarted. Cavanero, Jagger. Oop, I think we got people pitting. No, maybe not. No, yeah, Matthew Logan's going to come into pit road here. I'm not sure if he's just fed up. He can't get it in the 4th gear. Commons and Ciculli are doing the same thing. Lightning, it seems, has some kind of damage. He can't get it past 204, or he's just out of range. Right now, it's only a 12-car battle. How about Brian Tremblay up here? Now, Braxton led at the start-finish line. Now, I don't think there's a chance of another accident occurring at the current moment. Tringali battling it out with Bishop, 2 single-time winners on the season. Same with Jonathan Zorlin. Marty Johnson would love to get a win. Casey Nanako, Samet Ozkan, Cole Deaver. So those are the 4 guys right there. The 10, the 12, the 22, and the 23. Those are the drivers up here who a win would get them in the playoffs. Brian Tremblay is just up here to get a win. He is not in range to make it. Tremblay's having the time of his life up here. Clean number 45 car comes in 40th in the points. He's made, this is his 26th start out of 33 races, and he has yet to get a top 10. Well, tonight could be the night, Tremblay. In fact, only a handful of drivers have yet to score top 10s this season. King's the highest at 38th in the points. Tremblay in 40th, Cage in 42nd, Magor, Catano, Jagger, and Wheeler. The other 4 without a top 10. Highest driver without a top 5 on the season is Jesse Turner in 24th in the standings. So the battle continues to rage on here at the front. It's Johnson on the outside, Tringali on the inside, and here comes Samet Ozkan looking for the lead. Johnson clears, so does Tringali. Hello, Marty Johnson. Just remember, if you win, you still got to stay in the top 30. However, this might be a pretty big thing to point out. If Johnson wins this race, he comes in 5 points ahead of Watson already. The points he would gain would put him at a point where Watson would only gain on him if Johnson were to miss Kansas and Watson finishes second or third. Now that's if Johnson wins and Watson finishes in 31st. Right now Watson's 27th because Commons, Ciculli, and Logan all ducked onto pit road for more damage repairs or something. But right now it's Tringali at the front. How about Samet Ozkan comes in? Last guy in. He knows if he wins, it would put Ciculli as the last man in, and Ciculli's not having a great night. Adam Flickinger, Wyatt Anderson, 13th and 14th by themselves. Lightning and Catano, 15th, 16th by themselves. Baker by himself in 17th. Cavanero was coming in looking for a chance to win, but it's not going to happen tonight. Bishop goes to the outside of Tringali. It seems that Highsign's got a little bit of something. Bishop uses it to cross him over. Ozkan with a run is gonna make it 3 wide. If he has the help. Matthew Logan will be the first lap car they catch. Then again, Watson and Cage are so slow right now. And Baran Oscus is going to come to pit road here on lap 11. She should be able to make it from here. But no one goes down with her. That could take her out of winning this race. Is this a possible coalition to help Marty Johnson win? I don't think it is. Everyone out here wants to win. Especially RJ Bishop, who's looking for another 5 playoff points. How about James Ellison? He was not able to get the car fired up in his heat race. A big wreck took place and he ended up making the show. Now he's up here looking for his 3rd win of the season. Cole Deaver's up here too, though. In fact, Deaver and Johnson are already in that must-win situation. The Nako and Ozkan still have a chance on points. To win this week or to win at Kansas, one may think. Cole Deaver has shown speed at other tracks, but it's been far and few in between. And it looks like people are going to pit early here tonight. Who's coming down here at 10 to go? Nobody. Nobody came down pit road. That was weird. They're 3 wide as they catch Matthew Logan, Commons, Ciculli. There's Watson. Nerezza's down pit road. Still waiting to see where Baran Oscus comes out of her pit stop. Now the battle for the lead is between Bishop and Ellison as Tremblay is second on the inside line. And here we go. They're going to catch Logan, and Bishop has to slam the brakes. The first 4 by Ellison, Tremblay, Nanako, and Johnson. Deaver and Ozkan are the next 2. Doesn't look like anyone will lose the draft. These are some pretty top-tier teams at the back of the pack. Ellison will get past for the lead, but you can see Tremblay's just got nothing. Oh, and they're catching Benny Watson. Ooh! Ooh, Ellison, man, making it dicey. That was crazy. That was really close. Now they're going to catch Commons and Ciculli. Woo, look at these moves, man. Ozkan and Ellison are coming down pit road. Skye Commons almost took out the 42. Sorlin and Braxton have to slam the brakes. Tringali will be able to catch up there from that. My goodness gracious. Top 5 have pulled away a little bit. It's Nanako, Johnson, Deaver, Bishop, and Tremblay. Jackson King's next up. There's Baran-Oscus. Tremblay Jones keeping up. Man, things got really intense right there. That's going to take Jones. Yeah, Jones is out of the draft here. The only winner in this top 5 is RJ Bishop, and he won at Coca-Cola. The top 5, all underdogs this season. Bobo Jones might have range. Remember, Jones kind of counts too. He's only won once. 3 wide for third. You gotta wonder who comes to pit this time since they're side by side. And Bishop's gonna dive down. Tringali and Zorlin will come as well. That leaves Braxton, Jones, and 4 others out. Trying to take the least amount of fuel they can with the hope of a playoff berth. Johnson, Nanako, Deaver, Tremblay up here looking for a miracle win. Anything to boost their team. Remember, after Kansas, upgrades come in for the last time. You get a good finish now, you might just get enough upgrades to run for top 20s. Ooh, Deaver makes a move on Johnson, but Nanako blocks him. And now you gotta wonder, is anyone running out of gas? Jones has a huge run of momentum right now. Do you risk being side by side? Remember, Cavanero did it in his heat race and he ran out of fuel. You don't want to be side by side and run out of gas. If Johnson wants to pit this time, he won't be able to. Nanako clears. Nanako, Deaver, and Tremblay will come down. Jones will stay out with Marty Johnson. Braxton's going to come in. Now you got to wonder, is this what Johnson wanted to do? He pulls up and blocks the zero of Bobo Jones. Jones has more power than he does. I would let the zero by and get that draft. If the 23 is going to run out of fuel, this would be a huge heartbreak. Jones is almost by the 23. Just let him go, man. Get the draft. Let him go and get the draft. He's cleared. He's cleared him, but he's not going away. Nope, there it is. Johnson gets in line with the zero. But he goes back to the top. Is Johnson even looking to pit this time by? Marty Johnson might still have enough fuel. No, there's a caution. There's a caution on the racetrack, and that changes everything. They got to make evasive action on Donovan Cage, and now that caution will change everything. Where was the incident? I see no smoke anywhere. Wow. They raced back at 6 to go. It's going to get intense, guys. This is the calm before the storm. The intensity level was high. It was going to come down to fuel. Now it's going to come down to who's going to help you win this race. There are cars trapped a lap down. And there are also cars that have not taken the yellow. Anyone on pit road did not take this caution flag. They're just waiting for the pace car to get on track so they can go by. Wyatt Anderson's up to 3rd place. Wow. We're going to take a step aside. And we'll be back for the final restart of the night. All right, here we are. Looking at why we've got a yellow here, that's going to set up an interesting finish for sure. Things are going to get crazy when the green flag drops again. Nerezza's down on power. He's slow. And I guess right here he's trying to get back in line for the draft. And Baran-Oscus is just going to come up and just barely makes contact, and it sends the 21 spinning. That's a weird way for a car to spin. I'm surprised they didn't just make contact and the 20 got spun, but instead it's Baran-Oscus who gets hits that area right in front of the left rear tire. Right there, caution lights are on because Ellison's coming. And Baran-Oscus just goes for a spin, gets some damage. And this changes the scope of the race. So with that, let's take you to the race restart. Well, guys, we're getting ready for the finish of the race. Single file restart. 4 laps to go. Top 4 on track. Jones, Johnson, Anderson, Catano. They've stayed out all this time. They had to come to pit road. They had to get fuel. They're going to restart at the back of a 31 car line. And they better hope they get the best restarts of their life if they want to win this race, because they've got some help. Restarting at the front of the field on the tail end of the lead lap is Matthew Logan, Benjamin Ice, Skye Commons, Zoe Fernandez, Quinton Moore, Zachary Fitzwater Sr., and Eli Bright. That's a total of, let me show you again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars. The leader is now Cole Deaver, 8th car in line. 2nd, 9th car in line, Casey Nanako. 3rd place, 10th car in line, Brian Tremblay. And then a bevy of repeat winners. Braxton in 4th, Tringali 5th, Bishop 6th, Sorlin 7th, Ellison 8th. I'm not sure who's on the lead lap here. Jackson King is not. Ozkan 9th and Lightning 10th. I believe that's the running order. Yes, that's what it appears to be. So they're going to restart all the way at the back of this freaking field, man. Here, yep, there he is. Bobo Jones is right there. They're just in range, man. They're going to have a chance at a good points finish. Now, I looked. Something happens with the 21. As you saw, I haven't, right now, I'm not looking at any of the wrecks until after this race is over, because big tracks, looking at replays, clicking those buttons down there a lot, tend to cause game crashes. I'm not taking no chances. I want the replay safe, so if it crashes, I can load the game back up and load the replay back up. So I just took a quick peek. You guys will obviously have seen the wreck by now in my analysis of what happened, but current me has not seen it, future me will. And in the order of this video, it probably sounds really confusing, but all I know is it was definitely something with Baran-Oscus getting spun, trying to get into pit road or something. But that's what's going to prevent this race from going green to the finish. Now we have 4 laps. Now you would think, oh, super speedway, Johnson can get up there. Yeah, if he wasn't the 30th car in a single file line. Now there are 7 cars in front of Cole Deaver. And it could get interesting. If these 7, if they get too wide, or oh, Skye Commons is gonna pit. Skye Commons like, dude, I'm already in on points. I'm not influencing this, so that's gonna reduce this to 6. 4 laps to go. Deaver the leader at the start finish line, and he goes to the top. Nanako goes to the bottom, and you see Fitzwater's damaged car is really gonna hold up Deaver here. But now Nanako's looking for a way to get around people. Tremblay's still sticking to the bottom. Braxton's going to move to the middle. Look at Bishop. Nanako gets blocked. Bishop 4 wide for the lead. Look, here comes Jonathan Zorlin now. And Bishop to the point. Still a ton of lap cars. There's James Ellison. Where do you go? Bishop goes all the way to the bottom with no help. Sorlin sticking to the bumper of the 35. Ellison's pushing Brian Tremblay into the race lead. Still 4 wide. Nanako back with a surge. He goes to the bottom behind Tringali, who's behind Bishop. Oskin's up here. Here comes Cole Deaver now. No sign of Marty Johnson. The final lap car of Matthew Logan, and Bishop will be in the clear. Here comes Cole Baker with a huge run. To the clear they go. Tremblay trying to get out from behind the 78. Bishop leads. Nanako second. Going for third is Cole Deaver. Tringali down in front of Ellison. Sorlin's up here. Oskin's up here. 3 laps to go at ZenJoltis. Johnson has made it to the back of the pack. There's cars coming down pit road. Johnson up to 12th in range. Does he have a chance? There's the 23. He's right here. He's right here. He wants this W. But so does everyone else up here. How about Cole Baker in the top 10? Nanako leads at the moment. He wants to make the playoffs on a win, not on points. Is there anything anyone can do to pass him? Deaver's third on the bottom. There's Brian Tremblay. He's getting passed. Bobo Jones has a mega run right now. Tremblay and Baker, the true underdogs up here at the front right now. Braxton's going to make a 3 wide move on Cole Deaver. That puts Sorlin to the top. 3 wide for second, 3 wide for fifth. Ooh, my voice is getting dry really fast, guys. Coming to the line, it'll be 2 laps to go at ZenJoltis. Casey Nanako leads the field. Man, oh man, Johnson trying. Oskin's got a faster car than him. They're 3 wide for position. Here comes Hunter Braxton. He would be looking for win number 3 on the season. Johnson's up to 4th place. He restarted so far back. I didn't think he had a chance. But he's proven me wrong. Tremblay's 4th in line on the bottom. Braxton goes to the top of Nanako. Nanako with the block. Johnson to the inside of Hunter Braxton. And now Johnson to the inside of Nanako. Braxton makes it 3 wide on the outside. Dale Lightning was 12th at the line last time by. He's into the top 5 now. Johnson in the lead, trying to get the win to make the playoffs. It's a must-win situation. Tremblay on his bumper, 40th in the points, looking for a win. They're coming to the white flag. Are we still green? We are still green. 1 more lap around this 5-mile mega super speedway. And it's Marty Johnson and Brian Tremblay as the top 2. Nanako 4 wide with teammate Oskin in the middle next to Dale Lightning. Are they setting themselves up? Lightning looking to play spoiler, looking to get that 5th win on the season. 2 underfunded cars at the front. They're 5, they're 6 wide. In the pack, Nanako all the way up against the wall. Bobo Jones has made his way through the field. And they're wrecking. Ellison, Lightning, Sorlin, Nanako, Baran, Oskus. They're wrecking on the last lap. Caution on the last lap. They're in turn 3. It's down to Johnson and Tremblay. Bobo Jones making it 3 wide. He wants another win. They're going to catch Donovan Cage. This could change everything. Cage, Nerezza, where do you go? Johnson gets by Cage easy, but here comes Nerezza. Johnson squeezes through. He gets by. It's down to the 2. Johnson, Tremblay. Checkered and caution flags are waving. And Marty Johnson will all but secure a ticket to the playoffs as he wins at ZenJoltis. What a race. What a finish. And Marty Johnson is a NAMAR Mountain Dew Code Red Series winner. My pen is currently not cooperating. What a finish, guys. Tremblay just does not, the team without, man, I'm speechless. Underdog win. Playoff grid changer. Wreck on the last lap. So much. This changes so much for Kansas. Brian Tremblay gets second place. That's his first top 5 and top 10 on the season. Wyatt Anderson got third. The teammates. That's a team, guys. JR Motorsports second and third tonight at ZenJoltis. What a result for that team. Anderson came in with just the top 10. Anderson 41st in points in his 20th start. Tremblay 40th in points in his 26th, and both of them get tremendous finishes. Samet Ozkan 4th, Cole Deaver 5th. That's a great run for Ozkan. Ciculli came home 26th. And with Ciculli now the last man in on points, that really shakes things up. Results are official. But an accident on the last lap, along with lap traffic, sealed the deal for Marty Johnson. Where did Benny Watson finish, by the way? 31st. I don't know if Johnson led the most laps, but Watson gets 12 points on the night. Johnson gets at least 56. So that makes it a 49-point gap back to Watson. However, Johnson came in 4 points behind Hudson. That'll put Hudson 52 points back. So I think Johnson is all but locked in. Like, it's just going to be a miracle thing where if he misses the race next week and Hudson and Watson finish first and second somehow. That's the only way Johnson doesn't make the playoffs. I'm just speechless, guys. I'm in disbelief. Wow. This just completely changed the playoffs here with 2 races left. Well, one race left now. What a playoff changer. And how about the underdogs? Tremblay and Anderson teammates, 2nd and 3rd. That's your top 10. Nico Tringali 6th, Bobo Jones 7th, RJ Bishop 8th. Cole Baker with the top 10, man. 9th place. Hunter Braxton 10th. Wow. Well, I have a lot of replays to look through and record for you guys, so I will see you all at Kansas. We're going to start this replay at half speed just to show you what happened here. So they were 4 wide in front. Ellison makes a move on Lightning, and then Jones is going to stuff his car in the middle of the 5 and the 22. Turns into the 5 and the 21. Right here, it's a shocker they don't wreck. And they are 6 wide. Nanako all the way up against the wall. Zorlin, next car down. Then Baranowskis, Jones, Lightning, and Ellison. And they're still 6 wide at this point. And right here, I think the contact begins. And this is not how anyone wants to finish their night. Yep, there it is. Ellison and Lightning up the track into Baranowskis. Zorlin, Nanako, Braxton, nowhere to go. Ellison does a quick 360. And with help from Baranowskis, her car helps slow the spin. They save it. They'll keep going. Same with Nanako and Braxton. Zorlin's going to go way down the track. Lightning goes around completely. Heavy, heavy front end damage for the 5. But Sorlin keeps it together. With that, the race is over. And hold up. How did Anderson ended up finishing 3rd? How in the heck did he get up there? It said Anderson finished in 3rd? But how? Is it because they're 3 wide right here? How in the world? Oh, because, yep, I completely forgot about the lap traffic. So Anderson's like 7th right here. Him and Deaver go all the way to the top, and then Nerezza blocks Bobo Jones. Look at Wyatt Anderson right here. All the way to the outside for a 3rd place finish. Wow. Almost 4 wide at the start finish line there too. Wow. What a movement by Anderson. He was 15th at the line the lap before. But regardless, your winner is Marty Johnson. And with that, the scope of the playoffs has changed forever. 1 race remains. Will Johnson lock a spot in the playoffs at Kansas? You'll find out in a few days. I'll see you at Kansas, boys and girls.